everyone, and today we are going to do the poem Rain on the Roof from your book Beehive of class 9th, and this poem is written by Coates Kinney. How do you feel when it rains? Do you feel joyous? Do you feel excited? Do you feel bored? Or do you remember your past? Do you feel nostalgic? Today's poem, Rain on the Roof, is one such expression of poet Coates Kinney, where he expresses what he feels. He feels that his sadness is reflected in the raindrops on that night. And of course, while he feels that he is very blessed and it gives a very blissful feeling to him, he also goes down the memory lane and remembers his mother and his childhood. Let's read and understand this poem today. And as usual, after explaining the poem, I will summarize it stanza-wise. After that, we will do the poetic devices and rhyme scheme, and then the moral and the question answers. So let's begin with the session by knowing something about the poet Coates Kinney. Coates Kinney was born on 24th November 1826 in Penn Yan, New York, US. He was an American lawyer, politician, journalist, and poet who wrote Rain on the Roof. He wrote poetry and his verses were collected in Kyoka in 1855, Lyrics of the Ideal and the Real in 1888, Mists of Fire, a trilogy, and some eclogues in 1899. He died in Ohio on 25th January 1904 at the age of 77. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof, as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me, as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, the scene is of the night time when the sky is full of stars, and that is why it is referred to starry spheres. And humid shadows refer to the rain clouds, which are humid, which are full of moisture. At the night time, when the sky is full of stars, there are rain clouds in the air, and they are moving up in the air over us. And the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. Melancholy means sad. The poet here is saying that the night darkness is also sad. It is just as sad as him, and through the raindrops it is crying. It is gently weeping. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed. And during such a starry night, when it is raining outside, it is such a blessing or a happiness to lie on the bed of his bedroom and pressing the pillow with his head, and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. And while he is lying on the bed, he can listen to the patter. Patter is the sound of raindrops which is falling on the roof, and this soft rain which is falling overhead on the roof, the sound that it makes is such a happiness to hear on such a sad night. So, in this stanza, the poet is trying to tell that on a particular night when it was raining and he was feeling sad, he felt as if the sky or the clouds are also crying with him in the form of raindrops. And as he lay on his bed in the bedroom, on his comfortable bed and the pillow, and he listens to that patter of the rain or the sound of the rain, he feels so happy and healed. He feels as if the sky is with him in that sadness, and he feels really blessed and happy. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. The poet says that every sound, light ringing sound which the raindrops make when they fall on shingles, shingles are the tiles of the roof. Every ringing sound of that raindrop creates a repeated sound in the heart. It creates an echo. And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. Now, when he hears this sound of the rain, the heart is also filled up with that rain sound. And along with that rain sound, he starts to imagine or he starts fanciful dreams in that rainy night. And 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof. And then he starts to recollect his past. There are thousands of memories which come into his mind. They come together as if a person is weaving a cloth with the help of thousands of threads on a hand loom. Woof means a loom. As I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof, and as the poet listens to that patter sound of the rain which is falling upon the roof, his heart is filled with memories, his heart is filled with imaginations, just as a person who is sitting on the hand loom and is weaving a cloth with the help of thousands of threads. So, the sound of the raindrops, the tinkling which happens on the shingles of the roof, they all take him down the memory lane. They all recreate his childhood memories in his mind. Now in memory comes my mother as she used in years agone. The poet in this stanza, the third stanza, specifies what comes into his mind. There comes his mother, the memories of his mother, who is no more now. He is now remembering the incidents with his mother in the years which are now gone by. They are a past. To regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Here the word ere means before. It is an old poetic word. The poet here says that the mother really used to love her darling dreamers. The phrase darling dreamers is specified for the poet and his siblings. That is, the mother used to really love her kids who were dreamers and they were very close to her. They were her darlings. And before she left their room, she used to make sure that they all fell asleep and started to dream. She made sure that she never disturbed them during their dream time till it was sunrise or till it was next day. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain. The word list here is also an old poetic word which is used for listen. So the poet says that on that night he can imagine her fond look, her loving look on him, and he can feel that even till this day her memories are with her and she is there with him always. So as he listens to that refrain, refrain is a repeated sound of something, and here refrain refers to the pattering of the raindrops. So the poet says that as he is listening to the patter of the raindrops, He can feel that his mother is still with him and she is giving a loving look on him, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So, the poet here says that the sound which is played by the raindrops on the shingles reminds him of his mother, reminds him of the love that she used to shower on him. And as the sound of the rain repeats every second, in the same way, the memories of his mother also repeat every moment. So, in this stanza, the poet is being very specific about what kind of memory comes to his mind. It is the memory of his mother who's no more, and he feels that the way she showered her love on him and his brothers and sisters, the way she allowed them to dream at night, and it used to be so happy nights. But now, when she is no more, the rain is reminding him of his mother, and the spattering of the rain or the pattering sound of the rain reminds him the happiness which he used to get when he was small, which he used to get when his mother used to let them sleep and dream. The tone of this poem entirely is sad. It is melancholy. And by the end of this poem, we come to know that poet is also feeling nostalgic because he remembers his mother and his childhood. So let's start the summary stanza wise. In the first stanza, the poet expresses that it was night time, the sky was studded with stars, but he was feeling very sad. And along with that sadness, he could feel the rains dropping on the roof of his house. So he felt that as he was sad, the sky was also sad. The clouds were dropping the raindrops in the form of tears. And as he lay in his bedroom on the bed, he felt that kind of happiness that in that sadness, the rain was healing his melancholy. The rain was healing his heart and taking him out of that sadness. So in the first stanza of the poem, the poet describes the healing nature of rain and expresses that the rain was kind of mirroring his own emotions of sadness. In the second stanza, the poet expresses that as he heard the raindrops, as the rain was falling on his house roof, he started to dream, he started to imagine things, and slowly he started to recollect the memories of his childhood. He imagined how he lived, he imagined what all had happened in his childhood, and slowly he went into a different world, into his past world, which was very beautiful. Thousands of memories started to weave in his mind, just as you take each and every thread in a handloom and you weave a fabric. So in short, that rain took him into that part of life which was very beautiful for him, which was like a dream for him. And he started to remember each and every incident that made up his whole life. In the third and the last stanza, the poet expresses that this rain is trying to make him remember his mother. His mother is no more now, but when he was a kid, he and his siblings, that is his brothers and sisters, were so loved by the mother that every night she used to put them to sleep. She used to make them dream. And therefore, there is this phrase here, darling dreamers. It is actually for the poet and his siblings who were let to dream at night undisturbed. And she used to put them to sleep without coming and disturbing them till it was sunrise. So the song which the raindrops make on his roof, the sound or the patter of the rain on the roof or shingles make him remember all this. The repeated sound makes him feel that his mother is there, still there, even though she is no more. Now, after this quick summary, let's move on to the poetic devices used here and the rhyme scheme. The poetic devices that are used here are alliteration, onomatopoeia, and personification. Let's see them with examples. The first poetic device is alliteration, which is the repetition of a consonant sound in two or more consecutive words. There are a lot of examples of alliteration in this poem, and some of them are humid hour, where her sound is repeated, starry spheres, sir sound is repeated, press pillow, per sound is repeated, lie listening, l sound is repeated, busy being, b sound is repeated, rain roof, r sound is repeated, memory comes my mother, m sound is repeated, darling dreamers, d sound is repeated. The next poetic device is onomatopoeia, which is the use of sound words to create a dramatic effect in a poem. The examples of onomatopoeia here are the words tinkle and patter. Tinkle is a light ringing sound, and patter is the sound of the raindrops. The third poetic device used here is personification, which refers to giving human-like qualities to inanimate objects or animals. There are two examples of personification here in this poem. Darkness is sad, where darkness is personified and is given human quality of sadness. And second example is recollection weave dreams. Recollection means the memories, and these memories weave like a weaver weaves different threads into a loom. So both these terms are given human-like characteristics. Now let's look at the rhyme scheme of this poem. A rhyme scheme is a rhyming pattern created at the end of the lines of a poetry. For this, we check the last words of each line. The words that rhyme are given the same letter or else a new letter. Let's find out the rhyme scheme of the first stanza of this poem, and let's first identify the last words of each line so that the pattern will be easily recognized. The first line is always given the letter A. In the second line, spheres does not rhyme with hour, so we are going to give it a new letter B. Darkness does not rhyme with either spheres or hour, so we'll give it a new letter C. But tears rhymes with spheres, therefore it will have the same letter as that, and we'll give it B again. Now next is pillow. Pillow does not rhyme with any of the previous words, so it will have a new letter D. Bed also does not rhyme with any of the previous ones. It will have a new letter E. Patter does not rhyme with any of the previous ones, so it will have a new letter F. And overhead rhymes with bed, so it will have the same letter E. Therefore, the rhyme scheme of the first stanza is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. Similarly, you can find the rhyme scheme of other stanzas as well. The message given by this poem is that nature has healing power. In the beginning of the poem, we learned that the poet was very sad, and he could see that his sadness was mirrored in those raindrops as well. But then, as he lay on his bed, on his pillow, he felt a little healed, as if the raindrops were slowly taking away his sadness and blessing him with a nice sleep. So, the seasons in this nature are very well relatable to the human emotions as well. If rain can bring happiness and joy, on the other hand, rain can also bring sadness and nostalgia. So the poet very beautifully describes this message in his poem, that nature is not different from humans. They both are actually integrated. And here I end my session. I'll come up again with a new topic in my next video. Till then, take good care of yourself. God bless you all, and bye-bye.